First thing I want you to do for this assignment is to take all of these cards and cut them out. Make sure they're all cut out. We're going to sort them, and in order to do that, we'll need to have them cut out. So do that first, and then come back and we'll continue the lesson. On this activity, you have the numbers down here, 1 through 16. Each number corresponds with one of these. So you'll write the answer to each one on the line. So number 1, the answer goes here. Number 2, the answer goes here. And then you'll get down to 8, the answer here, and so on. Numbers 1 through 7, you may have more than one answer. So I made these lines a little bit longer. The others, you'll have exactly one answer. We'll do this part first. Up here, you are either to find the graph that matches a certain slope or a certain y-intercept. We'll start with the slopes. And I noticed that some of the slopes are positive and some are negative. I've got positive half, negative half, positive 2, and then negative 3. What I'm going to do is start with my graphs, and I'm going to sort them positive and negative. As a reminder, these are the types of slopes that you have. Positive, negative, the zero slope. We haven't done one like this as far as identifying the slope. If it's vertical, you consider it undefined. So far, these are the ones that we've worked with, and this is really all that we need to worry about right now. Positive, negative, and zero. And to further that, remember Mr. Slope Guy. Here's positive, here's negative, here's zero. This is undefined. See the U right there? The zeros for the zero slope. That visual will help you remember the types of slopes if you have any difficulty. Now let's take all of our lines and sort them positive and negative. Positive, B is negative. I'm going to put this away now that I've got these two. Negative, now I just match them together. Negative, wait. Oh, wait, that's positive, had it sideways. That obviously matters. Positive, negative, negative, positive, negative. All right, so we have 4 positives and 5 negatives. That will help us. Now that we've sorted these, we have fewer to pick from to find each of the slopes. So the first one is 1/2. It's positive, so we only have these 4 to look from. Notice the various steepness values in each of these. Actually, these two look like they are the same or very close to the same. And these two look like they could be the same or close to the same. What I'll do is come over to these and find the slope of each one. I'm going to go from here to here, up 1/2. So this card D is positive half. This one is very close to it. I'd be surprised if it's not the same. Let's see. Up 1/, yep. Card A is also 1/2. And you know what? I can look at these and tell you, just from looking at it, that these are not the same slope as this. You see how this is more horizontal and this one is steeper? So I can assure you that cards N and E are not the same as these two. They don't have the same slope. The answer for number 1, the 2 slopes with 1/2 are A and D. Number 2 is slope of negative 1/2. So let's look at all of our negative slopes. I'm going to sort them so they're sort of the same. See how I sorted them? The top row, they're very similar, and the 2 in the bottom row are very similar. They may not be exactly the same, but they're very close to it. Now to find the slopes. B first. I'll start with the point that's on the left, remember? And then go to the right. So here's my point, and to get to this point, I go down 1. So I go down -1, and I go over 2. Oh, that is so funny that it worked out that I found the half ones. So either this is also -1/2 or it's something very close. I'm going to pick a random dot. Here, I'll pick this one on the y-intercept. I think it's the same. I start here, and I go to this one. So I have to go down 1, -1 over 2, -1/2. Ha! That is crazy. So both B and C are the -1/2 slope. So I will write B and C. We'll do one more. We'll do number 3, and then we'll do number 5. Number 3, the slope is 2. So that puts me back with these. I've already determined that the slope of these 2 is 1/2. So it's going to be one of these 2. That's the slope of 2. One of them, or maybe both, they might be the same. I'm going to start with this point on the left, and then I'm going to go to the right. I go up 2 over 1. Oh, that is so crazy. Up 2 over 1. So card E has a slope of 2. Let's see about this one. Up 2 over 1. Ha! Card H also has a slope of 2. What do you know? So for number 3, E and H both have a slope of 2. So the last one for you to do is number 4. And you will choose among these 3. And I will not tell you if it's 1 or 2 or all 3 of them. But I can tell you that they're all very similar. If they're not the same, they're almost the same. Look at number 5. The y-intercept is 3. So now I'm going to take these and I'm going to sort them according to where the line crosses the y-axis. If it crosses above the x, then it's positive. These are now sorted. The row on top all have positive y-intercepts. The row on bottom all have negative intercepts. Look carefully and notice how on the top they all cross the line over the x-axis. On the bottom, they all cross the y-axis under the x-axis because those have negative y-intercepts, whereas these all have positive y-intercepts. Now that I've sorted these like this, it'll be easier to find the specific intercepts that I'm looking for. Now I'm going to sort through just the positive y-intercepts to find the y-intercept of 3. Y-intercept is 2. I'm looking for 3. That one's 2. Card I. The y-intercept is 3. So I'm going to put that over with my paper. C is 2. B is 3. A is also 3. Now I'm going to double check and make sure that I got these right. 3, 3, 3. Yeah, all of these have the y-intercept of 3. So for number 5, the answers are A, B, and I. The last thing I'm going to do, this is going to be a little bit different. The bottom 6, you have to match these with the slope-intercept form. And I think that what will be easiest for me to do is I'm going to pick 2, and I'm going to find, no, I'll pick 3, and I'll put them in slope-intercept form, and then I'll match them here. So I'm going to do A, B, and C. A, B, and C. I'm going to use the lines here. I'm going to put them in slope-intercept form, and then I will match them with these over here. Remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to come to A, y equals something x plus. So let's see. It intersects at 3, plus 3. Once I find the y-intercept, now I'm going to go back and find the slope. So here's my 3. Oh, I already figured out the slope, didn't I? It's 1/2. Well, how nice that I did that. So it's 1/2. Y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Ha, I see I already found the slope on this one too. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. See, it intersects at 3. And then C, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. So let me see what these match with. Bring these over here. Y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Oh, A is 8. That was quick. All right, B is negative 1/2 x plus 3. Negative 1/2 x plus 3. So number 11 is B. C is negative 1/2 x plus 2. If you look very carefully, you will see the very same equation on number 14. Card C goes with number 14. So go ahead and write that in your blank. Number 14 is C. This right here is card D. Notice the y-intercept is negative 4, and the slope is 1/2, which we had already figured out. So the equation for D is y equals 1/2 x minus 4. Can you find its matching equation in part 3? Let's make sure you know exactly what you have left. Look at the top. Number 4, 6, and 7 up here. And then find the slopes to match, let's see, 10, 12, 13, 15, and 16.